All right, Kristen.
All right, Vic.
Now hear me out.
Listening.
So anyone who listens know that we're big Cowboy fans, and we'll talk about the game here in a little bit.
Yes.
But I figured we could play a little game. It's called "The Cowboys Win the Super Bowl," but
Oh my God. Why? Why?
I planned this question hoping we'd win the game, but
Dang. Okay, now it hurts a little bit more.
So the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but you can't talk to your mom for a whole year.
Okay.
Is that something you would go through with? Like,
No,
no,
I couldn't do that.
Okay, I have a couple of different. I'm just gonna list some things. We'll list one at a time, and you kind of tell me if that's doable or you just can't do it. Right?
Yeah, not talking to my mom for a whole year. First of all, a year is a long time. That's a long time, and I speak to my mom pretty occasionally, not occasionally, but like pretty on the regular. And I don't see myself like not. What happened? Like, what if she passed away? Like, I'll be so disappointed in myself just to win a Super Bowl. I'm so used to them not winning that it's okay.
No, I get you. I kind of agree with you there, especially with the fact.
Kinda.
Hey, bro, I don't know. I don't know. Take one for the team,
For
Mom.
a Super Bowl. She'll understand.
The fact that also with Ava, especially, like I couldn't like keep Ava away from my mom for a whole year.
And imagine not, keeping her away. Well, technically, you won't keep her away. You just can't talk to her. So it's not like Leslie can't bring her over there and still talk to her.
True.
But imagine you're talking to Leslie's mom, and I'm talking to your own mom. That's gonna cause problems.
That's true.
Your dad's gonna be like, Vic, I just feel like you should be talking to your mom.
All right, next one. The Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but your car payment is doubled.
Hell nah. I think I'm gonna say no. I would say I'm a no to a lot of these. My car payment ain't even that like crazy, but I'm not for no Super Bowl. I don't think anything's like to die for the Super Bowl.
Okay, I see. No, I agree with you. I mean,
double car payment. Like it's not even double car payment. It's just a higher payment.
True.
I was like, it's just
no. This is Connor, bro.
So does that mean my car is twice as much?
Nope. It just means your credit's twice as bad.
That's true.
All right, this one might be doable. All right, Cowboys win the Super Bowl. I don't know. We'll see. You can no longer listen to J. Cole.
What?
Bro, I don't know.
I could no longer. Like never.
This isn't a year thing. This is forever.
Oh no, I can't do that. He says we're doable. No, I have a lot of artists I like to listen to, but J. Cole is easily top like 3.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, bro. Cowboys Super Bowl?
It's not that serious. We lose a lot. I'm used to the losing. So I'm not gonna that's something I love.
No, I get you.
If you were picking like a lower tier artist, like I can never listen to I don't know, Drake.
I knew you were gonna say Drake. But you didn't even like Drake.
I don't care about Drake. He's like, Drake ever again? I'll be like, get rid of him.
What about like 21 Savage?
Get rid of him. I can do that.
Okay. JID?
No, I can't do that. I fuck with JID.
All right, this one's we'll see how it goes. The Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but you have to eat a raw onion every morning for a year.
Raw onion? Nope.
Bro. You don't have to give up anything. You just have to eat an onion.
Is it a whole onion? And how big is the onion?
Like them onions from Holes, bro.
If it's the onions from Holes, I could probably do it because they're eating the sweet onions.
Oh, true.
So if it's a sweet onion, I could probably do those. It didn't say what type.
There you go. Loophole.
And, it's a raw, though. I was going to say, can I saute them mugs?
Them hoes raw, bro. You can eat them layer by layer.
Who am I, Shrek?
So is that a no or yes? Depending on the onion?
Depending on the onion, yes.
I don't know, bro. I'm still going to go no.
You're going to go no?
Well, no, I'll do it for the team. I'll do it for you, Dak.
For a year? Bro, that's 365 onions.
That's good math.
365 onions, bro. Your breath going to be kicking.
I know, right? Especially in the morning.
And you'll be crying and shit while you're eating it. That's a very depressing morning. Every morning to do that. I think eventually you get used to it, but would you get used to it?
Would the people around you get used to it? Like every time I have to go wake up Ava, good morning. She's like starts crying.
You know, eating like an apple.
Right.
You never answered the one before that. What was the one?
J. Cole? Oh, nah, I can't do J. Cole like that. If it was for a year, maybe, but
yeah, for a year, maybe. But I can find a lot of artists to listen.
Artists I would give up.
What about Drake?
Yeah, I give up Drake.
What about Taylor Swift?
I give up Taylor Swift.
You're a Swiftie, bro.
I am a Swiftie.
What about Blake Shelton?
I think so.
Who's a big country artist you love?
Blake Shelton.
Is that your number one though?
He's up there. I'd probably say he would. Dirt Straight. I mean, Luke Combs. I don't know.
Okay. I'm trying to think about somebody. I feel like. Well, you really like J. Cole.
Big Sean.
Big Sean. I can do Big Sean.
I think I don't know. I think I could.
Did you really
I haven't listened to him in a while.
Yeah.
There was a phase where I went through a phase where he was like,
well, shit, we all went through that phase where we was on Big Sean heavy. Kendrick. I feel like you don't listen to Kendrick that much.
I don't.
So I don't feel like that would affect you too much.
Yeah, I probably could do that.
Okay.
But I got a couple more here.
Okay.
Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but you can't use AC or heater for a year.
Hell nah. No.
Bro, just a year.
That's a whole year of no. Bro, I struggle. Okay.
You can use a fan.
I guess, but you can't use no heater.
No,
I guess you get a whole bunch of
something. Fireplace. You got a fire? You don't have a fireplace.
I don't have a fireplace, but you can always light a fire, I guess. Then or the oven, like that's the old school trick.
Right.
Leave it open.
And do that with April.
Oh yeah, she be touching shit. I don't know, bro. For a whole year, I feel like I'm at that point where I'm kind of what's the word? Spoiled. I'm spoiled, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Like very spoiled about AC and stuff. I hate it now in here, like it's hot. Yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie. But like one of my biggest pet peeves is like, so Kayla has this bad habit, right? She has a bad habit that she likes to turn off the AC when she parks. I don't know why, but she does it. So when I get in her car, you know that feeling when you turn on the car and nothing coming out of the vents, like it's the worst feeling to me. Like I don't even care if it's no air, like if it's just dry air. Like I want something coming out, but I feel like that's a really big luxury for me to have that at my disposal when it's hot outside and I have an AC,
especially in Texas.
When it's hot, that fan don't work. Like it don't matter how much air you have, it's not gonna work. AC for me, yeah, I can't do it.
Okay,
you?
For a year, I think no, bro, I can't sleep. If it's like
I know we struggled before, but
yeah,
I don't know if I can struggle like that.
But I need my sleep too. Like if it's slightly too hot, I'm tossing and turning. I'm waking up at night. Like
yeah.
Yeah, I need my AC. I feel like are the most reasonable ones on the list.
Okay.
So
we'll see.
In Super Bowl, but you can't watch football at all the next season. There's just one season.
I could do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right?
That's hard, but
it's
I can
hard.
do it.
Yeah, especially because they would have just won Super Bowl, and you like, you know,
and I can't watch the following season. Yeah. Can I still read the news on them and stuff? Like I just can't watch.
You can listen to podcasts, radio, read news about it.
Damn, and that's the old school way. Listen to radio while they're playing.
But yeah, I think for me, I think I could do that. So
that's hard, but I probably could. I'll be like, what am I supposed to do with my time?
All right, the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but you can only watch Disney movies for the rest of your life. So any movie you want to watch has to be a Disney movie. Yeah, bro, Disney they got Marvel.
They got hella movies, bro. I'm trying to think about the Disney catalog, bro, because they do have a lot of stuff that they purchased.
Mm-hmm.
For the rest of my life, Yuck.
Bro, I grew up on Disney.
I was a Nick kid, bro. Nick and Cartoon Network. Damn, that's hard. I guess I could probably for a Super Bowl. Do I care about a Super Bowl that much?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No.
I think I could. I don't know. I want to say
Rest
yes.
of your life. Think about all the Netflix shows that you can't watch. That you can't watch Game of Thrones no more, bro. That is not Disney.
What if Disney like
if they purchase them eventually? But they haven't.
I know. I want to say yes, but at the same time, I want to say no.
What's that supposed to mean, Vic? I'm pretty sure we want to say yes and no to all of these, but for Super Bowl, we love to do a lot of stuff, but I don't know if it's worth.
I don't know, bro. 26 years, 20, bro. Just imagine being able to say, like, I don't know.
Vic will sell his soul to the devil for a Super Bowl. Here, Satan. Please help my team win.
All right, last one. This one, reasonable. If you don't do it, you're not a true fan. I Cowboys win the Super Bowl, but you have to get tackled by Aaron Donald at full speed.
I could do that.
Yeah, see?
It's like, can I block myself, or he just going full speed tackle?
No, he's going full speed tackling.
Shit. I could do that though, but like, hopefully,
you might be sore for a couple weeks. Put in the hospital.
You know how much that man bench press, bro? That man said, he squats like I think he's at like 800 or something like that. It was some wild number that he squats. Getting hit by that man
at full speed.
At full speed, and I can't defend myself.
But
that's a couple broken ribs, bro. Easily.
A couple broken ribs, but a Super Bowl ring, bro. It's all worth it.
I better get paid if I did that to win.
Shit, you better be in the suite next year.
Shit, I better be talking to Jerry Jones, and he better be hooking me up.
Right. All right, well, that's all I got. Let us know how you. Doesn't necessarily have to be for the Cowboys, you know. That's what you would do for a championship.
Oh man, that could go like. I was thinking about like some red like out of the box like questions.
Like what? What you got?
Nah. Let's not get into that. Would you let somebody have sex with your wife?
No. Negative.
How far will you go, Vic? Just a tip.
Nah.
You're like, hey, babe, for the Super Bowl, you just got it's just a tip, you know. One for the team.
I'm dead. No, negative.
Oh man,
you had to go there.
Had to, bro. Had to. Anyways, y'all heard it here. You heard my answers. Let us know what you think down below. You ready to get into the podcast, Vic?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, bet. Getting the podcast started in 3, 2, 1. What up, everybody? This is your boy Chris.
And this is Vic.
And welcome to Now Hear Me Out. This is episode number 83, and welcome to the podcast. If you're listening now, make sure you click on that like, subscribe button, and click on bell for notifications so every time we post, you get notified. So, Vic, what's your updates, my guy?
Bro, updates. This is first and foremost, Ava's birthday was yesterday. So shout out to Ava. Finally turning 1.
Happy birthday, Ava.
So, with that being said, my whole update is like revolves around Ava. You know, we had the party on Saturday. So leading up to Saturday, we were like, staying up late trying to get these decorations set up or made because we basically we made like a piñata, which
came out pretty well.
Came out pretty well.
It's heavy as fuck. Bro.
Heavy. Some late nights were put into it. Didn't get much sleep, but it looked nice. Then we had Ava's party. Getting ready for that. Getting all the food ready. You know how parties like. The day of the party, you end up going to the store like 5 times because you had to go get something else.
Yeah, I know those times, bro.
So yeah, but we all had a good time. Appreciate everyone that came out to that. I made a post about it, but it's nice seeing how much Ava is loved. So I appreciate that. Cowboy game on Sunday.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about it. And then Ava's actual birthday was yesterday, like I said. So for her actual birthday, me and Leslie decided to go to Build-A-Bear because they have this program where if you go on your birthday month, you pay whatever age you're turning. So obviously she's 21, so we got to stuff a bear for like $1. It was, it's just a cool experience. She's like, as soon as she like got the bear stuffed and the lady handed it to her, she's like all hugging it and kissing it.
Aww.
So like she really loves the plush. So that was a fun experience to have. And besides that, honestly I've been trying to catch up on sleep. Like even today I was like falling asleep watching Ava. Which, I mean, it was a rough weekend, but it was a fun weekend.
That's good.
But what about you? What are your updates?
Well, my weekend kind of tied into yours. So on Saturday, went to San Antonio and went to Ava's birthday, of course. Had a good time. We stayed up pretty late that night playing some volleyball, and bro, I was so sore the next day. I was so sore. It hurt to wake up.
Yeah,
like, I was sore. And then after that, the next day, Sunday, we went to Market Street with Casey and his girlfriend. So went there, had some food, just hung out, stuff like that, and then left just in time to try to make it on time to the Cowboys game at home. Made it well, it's weird because they always say the game starts at a certain time, but it never starts at that time. It always starts like 15 to 20 minutes after. It always feels so weird to me. I'm thinking kickoff is at that time, and it's never that time. Made it, watched the game, and that was pretty much it for the most part, man. We didn't do nothing really yesterday, and we didn't do anything Friday either. So yeah, it's been pretty chill for the most part. Just trying to get a lot of stuff under control.
And now I feel you. And for you all that don't know, the Cowboys didn't win.
Unfortunately, lost the Super Bowl.
Season's
Super Bowl,
over.
Sorry, lost the playoff game.
How do you feel about it? Like,
give credit where credit's due, of course. There were some good plays. There was a lot of bad plays. At the end of the game, it's a team game. If one side is slacking, you're hoping that the other side is not. So defense did a pretty good job for the most part. They gave up a couple pretty important plays. Dak, he had a good touchdown, and then after that, it kind of just went downhill, unfortunately. I don't know. I'm still a huge Dak fan. I'm not gonna give up on him just because it's a bad game. I know people are getting tired of hearing him say, "Oh, I promised this, I promised that." He still takes full responsibility of everything, and sometimes shit just happens. Sometimes this is a tough team that we played.
oh,
honestly,
yeah,
I feel like they were the toughest team out of all the teams left, and they're fully stacked on both sides of the ball. Man, just their offense. The defense did a really good job keeping their offense under control. Keeping Debo under. They were both him and McCaffrey was under 100 yards for the whole game.
Yeah, defense stepped up. They did their job. Unfortunately, Dak didn't have his best game.
yeah, that's the bad part.
That pick right before halftime, he gave him the points, and then it is what it is. Like I said, I still ride with them. I'm not gonna turn on them. Also, my Bills lost. That's another story. But
the Bills were supposed to lose, bro. I remember when I told you that first time he got hurt, and I said they were gonna lose, and you're like, "No, they weren't." No, I was like, "Bro, they were losing that game." It is crazy because Josh Allen plays worse than Dak, but nobody's talking about him.
I know.
Like they compared the stats, and every stat Dak has better than him except interceptions. I think Dak's thrown 16 and Josh Allen's thrown 13. It's just, well, we're never talking about that, because there's so many other things that they see. He throws a good pass, but Dak throws a lot of good passes too, but nobody cares about it. When he does those risky throws and he makes them, people are like, oh my God. But when he makes the risky throw and it almost gets picked, then everybody's like, why would you throw that? But it's like, but you like it when he does it.
I know, right?
When it works out, it's oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. But when it doesn't, oh, we need worst quarterback ever. Dak's trash. Blah blah blah. Obviously, I think honestly think we need a new offensive coordinator. Um, Kellen Moore is decent, but I don't think he's a guy for a playoff.
Yeah.
For a Super Bowl. I don't. If that's what they're wanting, he's not. I don't think he's gonna be that playmaker. He makes some good plays.
Yeah, like he has moments where he's like, oh okay, Kellen, like I see what you got, but like there's other times where it's like, bro, what was that? Like, what are you calling? Like, what kind of game was that? Like,
and I don't know. I call him like he has that not Josh, Jason Garrett like syndrome a little bit. Like it just feels so old. Everything's so old and in a certain way, and it's like we need something new. And I just don't think he has it, bro. So I'm hoping that a team picks him up and
right.
Somebody also kind of telling me they feel like if he goes, Tony Pollard's gonna go too because his playbook is kind of like surrounded around Tony Pollard.
No, I could definitely see that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think they're gonna do right by Tony.
I hope so.
That was a big part of the game too. Tony Pollard got hurt at the very beginning, and man, I hate those tackles, bro. When they just wrap them up and they just throw all their body weight onto their legs, it's just a horrible tackle. And yeah, man, it just sucks.
Yeah, it is what it is. But this kind of ties into our first story. So yeah, Cowboys lose, and people are gonna react. This article, the Cowboy fans ridiculously burned Dak Prescott's jerseys, destroyed TVs after playoff loss. So Dallas Cowboy fans are obviously very upset, even losing a divisional round playoff game to the San Francisco 49ers, especially after the final few minutes of bad clock management and a laughable final play. Yeah, that final play, I'm not sure what they were planning to do.
Yeah, that final play was all over the place.
Obviously, it didn't go as they planned, but also I don't know what planned. But destroying expensive stuff because of that loss, come on, no need for that. Yeah, those are some of the videos I've seen quite a bit in the day after the loss on Sunday. Cowboys fans punching or destroying the television in anger, or taking their expensive Dak Prescott jersey and burning them. Also, Skip Bayless filmed himself throwing his Dak jersey in the trash. So, how do you Obviously, this isn't just a Cowboy thing. When other teams kind of lose, we kind of see this. But how do you feel about that in general? Like fans reacting in that way.
I think fans are stupid. You bought it. It doesn't do Dak any. It doesn't hurt him by you burning his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes back next year and he's doing great, you're gonna go back and buy another one.
Right.
And you're gonna feel stupid because you'll be like, dang, I just destroyed this. Destroying TVs is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. One guy literally went outside. He brought his TV outside, threw it on the ground, and ran it over.
He said, all right.
You didn't even do it. You didn't even do it for the game. You just did it for the hell of it at that point.
I think so. Yeah, honestly, I feel like there might even be a chance that TV wasn't the TV that
Yeah, it was probably already a broken TV or something. I understand the frustration of somebody punching the TV at the moment because they're very heated moments. But for me to unplug my TV, take it outside, throw it on the ground, and then run it over my car.
Get in your car. Decide you have this whole time to process what you're actually doing, and you still go through with it
for a game.
Right?
It's not that serious. What does the TV have to do with it? I never understand that. The other guy, he punched like a 32-inch, maybe something like that. They said it's a $200 TV. It's not $200 TV. That's probably maybe $100. But still.
Yeah, bro. TVs they're pretty low nowadays.
But he got frustrated at the game, punched it. Hey, I understand. You're frustrated. We're all upset about the game. Don't get me wrong. But it's man, you bought the stuff. It's not gonna hurt nobody if you burn it. It's the same thing what they were doing with LeBron's jersey when he left. One team went to another.
Yeah.
When he left the Cleveland Cavaliers and went to what team did he go to?
Did he go to the Heat after that, or was it a different team? I can't remember exactly.
It wasn't the Lakers.
Because he was
with the Lakers.
He was with the Heat for a while. I know that. And then
did he leave to go to the Heat, or did he go from the Heat to the Cavaliers? It was some change he made, and they were like that from that. Era. Oh no, it wasn't him or Kevin. I think they did with Kevin Durant too. when
yeah,
he
they
left,
do it all the time.
yeah,
Honestly,
when he left from Oklahoma City and went to the
Golden,
Warriors,
Golden State.
they just threw all his stuff in the trash and burning it up and stuff. I was like, you're not hurting the players by doing that. Like, that's your money that you're throwing away. They don't care. You already bought it.
And then like destroying TVs, bro. It's like
it's just a game.
I know.
Like, it's not. You just destroyed your TV for a game, and now you can't even watch regular TV.
I know. Like, and now you're gonna want to buy another TV. Like, and you're gonna be watching the games next season. So I don't know. It's kind of bizarre that people actually like go through with this stuff. I feel like a lot of times when you see videos where they're throwing the jersey away or whatever, they probably turn off the camera and picking up the jersey back up.
I seen a guy throwing glider fluid or like the lighter fluid onto a jersey inside the house,
bro.
And I was like, bro, you're inside the house. You're gonna light up his jersey right there? Like, everybody's doing this stuff for views and just to be seen. You want to be heard? All right, do the most outrageous stuff, man. Go ahead, that's on you. I still got my Prescott jersey. I'm gonna wear that mug next season proudly. That can't go nowhere for another year. Zeke seems like he might still be there. He said he's willing to take a huge pay cut. Because obviously, he knows that he's not worth what he's getting paid.
Yeah, he knows.
It's gonna be wild if he gets the lower pay and he actually starts producing like he's supposed to. That's gonna be funny.
I mean, because he's probably gonna want to show out. Because is that his last year or no?
This was his last year.
Oh, this was his last year?
Yeah, he's up for his contract. This is his contract right here. But they also got to figure out what they're gonna do with Pollard. I think they need to sign Pollard, and also Schultz.
Yeah, but Pollard probably, like, honestly, like, Pollard probably wants his playing time too. Like, he knows. They both know. Like,
yeah. But right now, Pollard is getting more touches than Zeke is. Mm-hmm. He's producing more. Plays are centered around him a little bit more. After this fracture fibula, hopefully he's able to come back stronger and stuff like that. I don't know if I think it did require surgery, so more than likely he probably has like a metal plate in there. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, honestly, having metal plates in your leg, I feel like that makes you probably a more even better player. Like, right. Oh man, what? Try to hit me this time, like. But yeah, man. We're gonna see what the Cowboys do. Got an important offseason coming up. They need to get some help I think the offensive line needs some help.
Yeah, we definitely need a wide receiver too.
And yeah, another wide receiver for sure.
It's crazy because T.Y. Hilton, like, he didn't do shit this game.
But then everybody wants to know. Okay, so let's talk about it. A lot of people want to know, why does Dak make the crazy throws he makes sometimes? The reason is, half time these motherfuckers can't get open.
I know. Half the time they drop them hoes.
And yes, half time they dropping it. Half time they can't get open. So when y'all see Dak in the pocket and he's like looking, he's scanning the field, and he don't see nothing, and then they pan out and you see everybody's covered, understand when he tries to throw this ball somewhere, it's a possibility it's probably going to get picked off because they're not creating no space. There's nobody who's out there creating space like that. There are times that, Dak's arm is not doing what it's supposed to do as far as like how far he can throw. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he can throw bombs, bro, but sometimes he just throws like a little short. It is like, dang, Dak.
What you doing, bro?
But he can do it sometimes, but I don't know. We had some pretty great plays. We had some mediocre plays. We had some bad plays. A lot of it was shooting ourselves in the foot a lot. A lot more penalties.
We've been doing that for 26 years.
Yeah, bro, but it was just like, after that first wild card game, I was like, okay, cool. Like, it seemed like they got the discipline down, and I was like, all right, bet. They got the discipline down. And then next game, I was like, they just went back to season Cowboys. It was like stupid penalties. Bro, you can tell the nerves were getting to some of the players. Oh, shit. Let's talk about that one play. Sorry, there's one other play I want to talk about. Kevontae Turpin.
Bro, he should have just...
Kevontae Turpin got tackled by not even tackled. He got body blocked by a kicker. This kicker turned his back onto him. He had all the space in the world to just go to the left. He could have went out to the right. If he would have just hit the sideline, he would have been fine. But honestly, he could have just went to the left. he would have got free home. He already made the guy making the block like that. He already walked into his own defender, so he would have ran into him. He would have been gone.
Bro, that would have changed the game.
That would have changed the whole game. But he ran straight into him.
And I like Cavante.
He's been making plays.
He's been making plays, and
he gives us great field position.
Great field position, and I think next season when he comes back, he'll be like, I think he's gonna take some back to the house. But
I think they need to use him on receiving core, man.
Honestly,
a couple of times, as a slot receiver, he could be like the next little Cole Beasley, and I feel like he can make some plays. They just gotta give him opportunity. They put him in there probably like once during the preseason, but then they just never gave him the ball.
He caught the last ball, bro.
Honestly, but yeah, it's a lot of little things they gotta work on.
Yeah, and honestly, we'll just see how it goes. I mean,
I ain't giving up on Dak yet. I'm a huge Dak fan. Everybody knows that, but he just gotta do better. You can't turn our back. We can't be on his side when things are going right, and then turn our backs when things go wrong. We bring up the picks and stuff so much, but yet a lot of those games he threw picks in, he came back and won.
Right? It's not like this is the pick thing is like this season issue. Like it's not like something he's had his whole career.
And it's just a stat. But at the end of the day, he wins the game. So it doesn't matter. I mean, if I throw 32 picks in a game, and I come back and I win, I don't care about them 32 picks. You need to care about that W I just got. Like, it don't matter how much you screw up in the game as long as you come out on top.
True.
So I don't know why that became like the talk now. He threw more interceptions than games he played. Congratulations. But he still won. He still won most of them.
Right. I'm dead.
It's like, get over it, man. That's all I gotta say about that. We could talk about the Cowboys all day and all the stuff that disappoints me. But I'm here. We're here. Cowboys fans for life.
But anyways, a moment of silence for our Cowboy fans out there.
I ain't pouring out my water.
But I guess that brings us to our next story, featuring Kristen's favorite rapper.
Oh, yes. I love him.
Drake.
Drake
pauses Apollo concert after fan falls from balcony. So Drake's second concert for Sirius XM at Harlem's Apollo Theater on Sunday was halted after a fan fell from the venue balcony into the audience below. According to Insider and other reports, the incident occurred around 90 minutes into the show, just after 21 Savage joined Jake on stage to perform songs from the collaborative album.
Looks like you said Jake.
Before they could begin performing, a man fell from the second floor into the orchestra pit, disengaging some of the venue's lighting. A crew member ran on stage and asked the rapper to delay the show. Just gonna make sure somebody's okay, Drake told the audience. The concert paused for about 15 minutes while security and other venue staff were seen treating the man and removing the damaged lighting rig. So Drake didn't even stop the show.
Yeah, I was like, this is false advertisement because he didn't even stop it. They had to come tell him to stop.
That's funny, but yeah. So let's see what else to say. Announcer then said that no one had been injured in the incident, which was confirmed by Variety. Everybody that the case, the announcer said, they are being checked on. Nobody's hurt, but I got even better news for you. We're at the Apollo, so the show must go on.
Hell of a monologue.
So
they was like, "Hey Drake, we need you to pause the concert a little bit." He was like, "Tell me what's really going on." Then put it to his song.
I'm dead. That's crazy that Drake didn't even stop. I don't know. Well, I mean, there's maybe a chance he didn't see it.
He probably didn't see it.
I mean, because obviously there's a lot going on. He's trying to perform a whole concert in this venue. I'm pretty sure it's big. You can't see everything that's happening.
So I added this story, right? But there's a reason why I added the story. Not only because this whole thing, this incident happened, and it's a crazy story, right? But I kind of wanted to ask you, Vic. Is there anybody that, oh my God, if you see this person, you're gonna
jump off the balcony.
I won't say necessarily jump off the balcony, but they're probably getting that excited that they probably fell over the balcony.
Honestly, if I was that excited about an artist, I'm not sitting up there on the balcony.
On the balcony. Yeah, that's very true. So, front row.
Right. I mean, obviously, like,
but that's what you're getting for it, bro.
yeah, I was say, despite you hate on Drake, I mean, I'm sure his concert tickets were pretty expensive. So I kind of get, like, maybe that's all he can afford. But to actually, like, I don't know, bro, fall from the balcony. I mean, obviously, I'm sure there was some alcohol involved.
More than likely.
And I don't know why he fell. Like, it's also crowded, so like, not saying he was pushed off the balcony, but like,
maybe he was a huge 21 Savage fan, bro. And like 21 Savage came out there, he's like 21.
I don't know, but there's some crazy people out there that go like for their favorite artists.
They go crazy.
They go crazy. And Drake's up there. Like, he's popular enough that there's a lot of crazy fans. But
yeah,
I'm glad he's okay, I guess.
yeah, the guy's good.
Is there anyone that you would go crazy for?
Bro, I really want to pay for these people to go to the concerts. No. I love, like, one of my biggest people I've loved to watch. You've seen twice is J. Cole. But shit, we ain't gone any further than paying that high, getting the high space at the top. I can see him just as well up there. I don't need to be all the way down there to see him. I'm just saying.
No, I feel you. I mean, there's some people like, cause there's different, like the ways people think that you're going to because. But I agree with you, like
he won't recognize me there just as much as he won't recognize me up there.
True, and it's like you kind of the reason I like concerts so much is just the vibe around everybody. Like no matter where you're sitting, you're kind of getting the same vibe. You just get like you're just closer to him, but like you said, it's not like he's gonna pull you on stage and shit.
Come on. And now if it was an artist that does that on a regular, like they bring up people and do certain stuff, then yeah, I can see why you would want to be that close.
Mm-hmm.
I think Beyonce had like a phase where she used to pull a fan off the out of the stand and give them a lap dance type thing, and that was like part of her show. Jeez. And it was like at that moment, it's like if you're a huge Beyonce fan, are you just like looking for that moment? And okay, yeah, I might sit up for it just because I might get the opportunity. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, she see me and be like, and you know what I mean. But like that's not that. Most artists aren't doing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, especially because you hear like crazy fan stories and shit like that. So I don't blame artists for not pulling up fans because you just don't know.
And there's been a lot of times when fans get hurt by artists is because they're in a weird ass spot. And there was that one I want to say it was either Miguel or somebody, I can't remember, but they had like it was a space between the stages. Okay. And they like jumped over from one stage to the other and like hit the crap out of somebody on the way over there. I think it was Trey Songz or something. I can't remember. But yeah, I'm like, man, I'm not gonna put myself in. Imagine paying all that money to get hit.
Right.
Like,
and then you're probably like security could probably come for you too. So
it ain't even your fault. You know what I mean? Yeah, you might get a little settlement, maybe. But maybe like, well, that's part of the performance. Like, sorry.
Yeah, because like just to sit down there, especially for artists that big, you dropping some make, bro. Like,
most definitely. I just don't see myself paying them that much money. It's not that serious. It was like when I went to go see Chris Brown. I think people were paying what, $1,000 to take a picture with him. I would never,
bro.
if that $1,000 you paid for him to take a picture with him, he could probably do for free if you just saw him on the street.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's just some of these people. Like, yeah, it's it's a moment, it's a thing like that. Obviously, capitalize off of whatever, and he made plenty off of that.
Mm-hmm.
But to each its own, man. To each its own. That's enough I gotta say about all that.
No, I'm right there with you, bro. Like, as much, I mean, like honestly, like I'm sure we both would enjoy sitting down there. Like if someone's like, "Oh, here's some tickets, you're front row." Like, okay, I'm not gonna turn that shit down, but like to actually have to pay for it, not in this economy.
You heard that whole thing about what would you do? They did it with Jay-Z. But like, say for instance, they'd be like, "What would you rather have a dinner with J. Cole or have like $10,000? Like, what would you pick?"
Oh, like to try to get his knowledge kind of thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm taking 10,000.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they did that with the J. Cole thing. I mean, not J. Cole, with Jay-Z. And some people were like, "I'd rather have a dinner with Jay-Z." Like, what advice is he gonna give you,
Bro? Jay-Z's advice would tell you to take the $10,000.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. Yeah,
you dumb. You dumb as fuck for taking
you
the dinner.
took the 10,000. You know, it's just been like, you know. Oh man, it'd be like, yeah, just stay strong. And imagine you take that dinner, and he just be like, "All right, I'm gonna get my stuff to go." Like, you sit down, and he's just like, "Best advice is stay strong."
Right? Like, how long you expect this dinner to be? Like, you can't, obviously, no, like Jay-Z, he knows what he's doing. He's smart and whatever. But like, this dinner is probably maybe an hour and a half max. Like, how much information are you gonna get from there?
Yeah, exactly. And he's gonna be like, "Well, imagine you don't have a rapper or something. Like, it's not something to help you with.
Right.
Like, hey, you have any talents? Are you into what I do? Like, do you do what I do?" And they're like, "Nah, I don't."
Right, because a lot of the agenda is just gonna be him asking you questions, trying to get to know you, and then by the time he's finally like knows who you are and what you are trying to do, shit, here comes a bit check.
Shit, he might not even want to get to know you, honestly.
Right. He's like, just sit there quiet, smile for the picture, and that's it, bro.
Wild. But yeah, there's nobody out there I'll go crazy for to fall off a balcony or cliff or anything. I'm not going crazy for anybody like that. Even if I saw these people, like my biggest idol in the street, I ain't going crazy for you. I'd be like, man, that's cool, like to see him and stuff like that. And I would like to try to get a picture, but I ain't about to be bugging like that either.
Oh, that's J. Cole. Start chasing him down the street with your phone.
Yeah, but yep, that's how I feel.
Nah, I feel you.
But moving on to our next story. Our next story has to do with a 13-year-old that leads Nebraska troopers on a 100 mile per hour chase with 11-year-old passenger. So a 13-year-old girl is driving, and they have 11-year-old passenger with them. Wow. So it's a 13-year-old Colorado girl led Nebraska troops on high-speed chase that lasted almost 20 minutes Monday evening, according to Today. The girl exceeded 100 miles per hour, which that's hella fast, while driving with the 11-year-old passenger. It says the events that led up to the high-speed chase. It says, according to the outlet, Nebraska state troopers attempted a traffic stop of a Pathfinder around 9:35 p.m. on Monday. Dang, that's nighttime too. The vehicle was initially going 35 miles per hour on Interstate 80, which is under the posted minimum speed limit. When a trooper attempted to pull the car over, the driver accelerated and fled east on the interstate. Authorities said the car hit speeds over 100 miles per hour. During the pursuit, authorities said stop sticks and a tire deflation device to slow the vehicle down. Troopers were able to finally put the vehicle to a stop after it exited the interstate and lost speed. It says, as it fled eastbound on 180, or I-80, I said 180.
But I would have said 182.
Another trooper was able to successfully deploy stop sticks at mile marker 288 to slow the vehicle. The suspect then exited I-80, I was going to say it again, at the Shelton Interstate interchange and began traveling northbound at slower speeds. So the chase lasted approximately 16 minutes. I'm just trying to elaborate on that. So yeah, and then it says the 13-year-old and 11-year-old were reportedly found with paraphernalia. Paraphernalia? Am I saying that right?
Sure. I don't know. I really don't know.
Paraphernalia.
I think so.
Paraphernalia. It says, according to the news release from authorities, the Nebraska state troopers located a firearm in the vehicle, as well as a small amount of marijuana and drug paraphernalia.
Well, shit.
They had
guns, drugs.
Right. Let me finish this up real quick. It says both children were placed in protective custody, and the 13-year-old driver was cited for flight flight to avoid arrest, willful reckless driving, carrying a concealed weapon, possession of drug paraphernalia, and numerous traffic violations. The 11-year-old was cited for carrying a concealed weapon and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Jesus.
It says the 11-year-old passenger is also from California. Authorities have not released the name of either child. Vic. Ava.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Ava, 13-year-old, bro. 13-year-olds take your car.
Bro, she
dips, bro. With her 11-year-old boyfriend. I don't know. First of all, where they get this stuff? They had to get it from the parents, I assume. That's what I'm assuming, is that she had to get this stuff from the parents.
Like all the gun and the drugs and stuff?
Yeah, unless it was already in the car.
That's what I'm thinking. I feel like it was already in the car.
It definitely could have been. But, like, it's the cited for having it in possession. So, the possession of is something that they would say if it's on you, I think. So, I would assume that this kid is carrying the gun or holding the drugs and getting in trouble for that. So, I don't know. I just feel like that's... I don't know. What would you do, bro? Ava takes a joyride in your car. She finds your drugs, your gun. When she takes her 11-year-old.
First of all, you're going to say, find my drugs like I'm just carrying drugs around?
I'm just saying, you might be, bro. Hey, nobody's judging around here. I'm just saying, I'm not saying you doing this right now. But, in future, who knows? Who knows where Vic's going to be? Hopefully you're not a drug head. Hopefully I'm still around to be like, hey, bro, lay off the drugs.
No, but honestly, if this happened, like, I mean, one thing, it sucks already because she's in custody already.
Yeah.
So that their police are investigating. Like, why aren't you kind of doing better, watching your kid, make sure this doesn't happen. So that's one thing you kind of have to deal with. And then another thing is like, the one obviously there's one point where you're glad that she's okay, and nothing happened. But then there's another point like, bro, like, you kind of knew what you're doing. You took this car, right? Your boyfriend, whatever, like,
let's just say friend,
and like decided to go, and it's like, how do you even? It'd be a weird situation to deal with, just because.
I don't even know how you would go out punishing your child. Like, that's a weird. It's not something that happens all the time, of course. And obviously, you ain't just going around just beating kids. Maybe maybe you are.
Especially after you're like they're kind of already looking into you.
Yeah.
So it's not like.
I think your worst thing is probably gonna happen to them. They'll probably be taken away for a little bit. CPS might be involved, of course, and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's a very weird situation. Hopefully they do release more information about this because I'm kind of curious myself. Was it, even though they had this stuff on them, was there marijuana in their system or any kind of other drugs? Maybe it's the fact that these kids, or the 13-year-old, knew enough to not only drive, but to lead a high speed pursuit.
Yeah, she was. It's crazy that she was super slow at first, and then once the cops came,
and they
took
cranked it up to 100.
It was like them should just gone the regular speed limit the whole time.
I doubt she knows what the regular speed limit, but I'm just saying, like, if you gonna be doing that much, like, but it's like you don't know what the speed limit is, but you knew what the tire spikes was.
Right.
Because they put the tire spikes off and she exited. She exited the interstate. She was like, yeah, this ain't it. Like,
but honestly, like, because this went on for 16 minutes, like, she, like, 13 years old, being able to drive that long at that speed, and
100 miles per hour, man, 100 miles is really fast.
I know.
Like, driving that on a regular and just on the freeway, I might hit 100 on accident, but
yeah,
I ain't out here just sitting 100 miles per hour all the time for fun.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's still scary, especially if there's, like, luckily it was late at night. I assume there wasn't that many cars out there. But
Nebraska. Yeah, but
not Nebraska.
No, but I mean that's kind of like, because if say the story was in Texas, like, I feel like 100 miles per hour, bro. Like,
wreck.
Yeah, wreck.
You would call us traffic. That's how fast that would have happened. It would have been traffic. It would have been looking at you like, really. People on the other side of the freeway would have been like stopping this shit just to try to see what's going on.
But it's crazy, bro. 13 years old, and she's out here driving like that. Like,
sounds like they need to put her in Speedway. But yeah, that's a crazy story. That's all I had to say about that. So other than that, that was our last story for you guys. Vic, you have any last closing remarks? Do you have anything else to say about any of the stories we talked about? Actually,
I mean, just to recap, Cowboy season's over.
Unfortunately, we'll be back next season.
Drake's not Kristen's favorite rapper.
He's never been.
And
he's stealing too many people's flows, bro.
What?
He's stealing too many people's flows.
No, I get you. And watch your 13-year-olds. Make sure you leave those car keys
out of reach.
And bro. Just thinking about when Ava turns a teenager.
I'm trying to think about 13-year-olds, bro. Like,
13-year-olds when we grew up is different than 13-year-olds now. They
most definitely.
That's crazy, honestly.
At 13, the kids are already into makeup stuff. Man, we didn't.
I know, and just thinking like how they are now, but how they're gonna be in 13 years.
Exactly.
It's gonna be crazy.
That's gonna be wild.
No comment.
Yeah.
But besides that, make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram at nowhearmeout.kv.
KV.
Go ahead and email us any stories, concerns, comments, feedbacks at nowhearmeout.kv at gmail.com. Go ahead and subscribe on our YouTube at Chris and Vic (NHMO).
NHMO.
Go ahead and leave us 5 stars on Apple Review,
5 stars,
iTunes, whatever you want to call it. And follow me on TikTok at WeirdVic_flips, and follow us on TikTok now at Now Hear Me Out Podcast. And make sure to check out our shop at nowhearmeout.myspreadshop.com.
Hey, and you guys can follow me on Instagram. Honestly, I'm on everything right now. I'm trying to get this gaming stuff out there, this podcast, of course. But you want to follow me on Twitch, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It's all the same. Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are 3s. Beast Mode Chris, where the E's are 3s. I'm trying to get some more content out there. Even TikTok, I'm trying to get some stuff out there as well. So I'm trying to hit all the little platforms. You probably only see a couple links down here. I'm gonna see a way if I can add all this shit together, just put it out there. But if you want to support, please do it any way, shape, or form. I appreciate it. Much love. Appreciate it. Please go look at Vic's TikToks and stuff, and look at the podcast TikTok. He's been doing amazing work on there, and we appreciate. I definitely appreciate him for all the hard work he does on that. And it's been great. Hopefully we can keep. Hopefully this year brings us a lot more followers and viewers and stuff. If you like our stuff, if you like our stuff, please share it. That's all I can ask you to do. But we're going to keep promoting. We're going to keep being great. And hopefully we'll see where we go. Only the sky's the limit. But other than that, appreciate you guys tuning in again. Had an amazing episode. We love you guys. And we will catch y'all next week. We are out of here. Peace.